Apple Watch fans, are you ready for what might be the biggest leap in health tracking yet? The Apple Watch Ultra 4 is already making waves before it even exists officially. We're talking about 8 health sensors, Touch ID integration, and battery life that could stretch up to 72 hours. But here's the kicker. Some of the most anticipated features might not make it to the 2026 launch. Today, we're diving deep into everything we know about the Apple Watch Ultra 4. From leaked firmware codes to supply chain reports, we'll break down what's coming and what you might have to wait even longer for. If you've been holding off on upgrading your Apple Watch, this video will help you decide if 2026 is your year. Let's start with the health features that could change everything. The health sensor upgrades in the Apple Watch Ultra 4 represent Apple's most ambitious attempt yet at turning your wrist into a medical monitoring station. Supply chain reports from DigiTimes suggest we're looking at double the sensor components compared to the current Ultra model. That means instead of 4 main health sensors, we could see 8 different sensors working together. But what does this actually mean for you as a user? Currently, your Apple Watch relies heavily on algorithms to interpret basic sensor data and make educated guesses about your health metrics. With more dedicated sensors, the Ultra 4 should provide direct measurements rather than calculated estimates. Think about it like this. Instead of your watch guessing your heart rate variability based on basic pulse data, it could have dedicated sensors measuring multiple aspects of your cardiovascular system simultaneously. The accuracy improvements should be noticeable, especially for metrics like respiratory rate, heart rhythm analysis, and sleep quality assessment. However, there's one feature everyone keeps asking about that won't be ready for 2026. Blood glucose monitoring has been the holy grail of smartwatch health features for years. Apple has been working on this technology, and analysts confirm they have proof of concept devices in testing. But the accuracy just isn't there yet for consumer release. Blood glucose monitoring requires medical-grade precision because people with diabetes rely on these readings for life-critical decisions about insulin dosing. Apple won't release this feature until it meets the same accuracy standards as dedicated medical devices. So while we wait for blood glucose monitoring, the Ultra 4 will still inherit all the health features from the Ultra 3. That includes the Apple Intelligence-powered Workout Buddy that debuted with watchOS 26. This AI companion learns your workout patterns and provides real-time coaching based on your fitness level and goals. The sleep tracking capabilities will continue with the Sleep Score feature that gives you a comprehensive rating of your sleep quality. All the cardiovascular monitoring features remain as well: ECG readings, irregular rhythm notifications, and hypertension alerts. The respiratory rate monitoring and blood oxygen measurement will also carry over to the new model. Now let's talk about the hardware that makes all this possible. The Apple Watch Ultra 4 will almost certainly run on Apple's new S11 chip. Apple has upgraded the processor in every Apple Watch generation, and this year should be no different. The S11 chip should bring significant power efficiency improvements, which ties directly into one of the Ultra 4's most impressive rumored features. We're looking at up to 72 hours of battery life in low power mode. That's a substantial jump from current models and would make the Ultra 4 viable for multi-day hiking trips or extended travel without charging. The improved efficiency comes from both the new chip and the redesigned sensor architecture. When your watch can take direct measurements instead of running complex algorithms, it uses less processing power and saves battery life. The Ultra 4 will stick with titanium construction, maintaining the premium build quality that Ultra users expect. Storage will likely stay at 64 gigs, which is plenty for most users considering how efficiently watchOS manages space. Connectivity will include cellular, 5G, and the satellite SOS feature that has already saved lives in emergency situations. But here's where things get really interesting: the design changes and new features. Touch ID integration might be the biggest new feature coming to the Apple Watch Ultra 4. A developer named Philippe Esposito discovered references to Apple Mesa in leaked iOS 26 firmware code. This strongly suggests Apple is testing fingerprint authentication directly on the watch. The most likely implementation would be Touch ID built into either the side button, the digital crown, or the action button. Think about how many times you have to enter your passcode on your Apple Watch throughout the day. Every time you take it off and put it back on, you need to authenticate. With Touch ID, you could simply press the button with your finger and instantly unlock your watch. This would also streamline Apple Pay transactions and add extra security for health data and sensitive apps. The exterior design will see what DigiTimes calls alterations, though the exact scope remains unclear. Earlier rumors suggested a major redesign tied to micro-LED display technology, but Apple has delayed its micro-LED plans, so the Ultra 4 will stick with OLED displays. Instead of a complete overhaul, expect an evolutionary update. The titanium case could be up to 15% thinner while maintaining the same durability. Button designs might be refined for better ergonomics and functionality. New finishes or material treatments could give the Ultra 4 a fresh look without changing the overall design language. Minor size adjustments are possible, though Apple will likely stick close to the current dimensions that users already love. The most concrete evidence for the Ultra 4's development comes from iOS 26 prototype builds. These early software versions include references to the internal identifier in 240, which corresponds to Apple Watch Ultra 4. This file system reference serves as solid proof that development is well underway. Apple typically follows a predictable timeline for Apple Watch releases. Expect the Ultra 4 announcement in early September 2026, likely at Apple's fall iPhone event. Pre-orders would open the same week, with devices shipping the following week. This matches the pattern Apple followed with the Ultra 3 in September 2025. Pricing should remain consistent with previous Ultra models, likely between $849 and $899. Apple has maintained this price point because the Ultra targets serious fitness enthusiasts and professionals who value the premium features and build quality. What feature are you most excited about in the Apple Watch Ultra 4? Are the health sensor improvements worth waiting for, or would you rather upgrade to a current model now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know what you think about Apple's approach to smartwatch health monitoring. If this video helped you understand what's coming with the Ultra 4, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Apple Watch coverage. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates as we get closer to the launch. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.